न्यूज़ चैनल तरफुना मी डिजिटल ऑनलाइन क्लासेस द्वारा మీ విద్యార్థులకు బోధించవచ్చు.
हम आपके शहर निजामाबाद, महबूबनगर, गद्वाल, नारायणपेट, वनपड़ती और नागर कर्नूल में भी दस्तयाब हैं.
आप जानते हैं कि देश में कोविड-19 कहां से आया है. आप ये भी जानते हैं हमारे देश में सैनिकों को किसने मारा. यकीनन उस देश को, इस देश से उनकी हर वो चीज को और वो ऐप को इस देश से उखाड़ कर फेंकना है. आप और हम मिलकर कदम उठाएंगे.
అయితే ఇంకెందుకు ఆలస్యం, మీ ఆన్లైన్ డిజిటల్ క్లాసెస్ కోసం సంప్రదించవలసిన మా చిరునామా ఏఎన్ఏ న్యూస్ ఛానల్, ఓల్డ్ ఆర్టీఓ ఆఫీస్, మహబూబ్ నగర్ జిల్లా. మీరు సంప్రదించవలసిన మా ఫోన్ నెంబర్లు 9502612340.
Online classes is just a call away.
విద్యార్థుల భవిష్యత్తుకు బాటలు వేస్తూ మునుపెన్నడూ ఎరుగని అత్యుత్తమమైన ఫలితాలతో అద్భుతమైన విద్యా ప్రమాణాలతో ముందుకు దూసుకుపోతోంది శ్రద్ధ జూనియర్ కళాశాల. మహబూబ్ నగర్ జిల్లా కేంద్రంలో ప్రముఖులు, అనుభవజ్ఞులైన చైర్మన్ జగపతిరావు ఆధ్వర్యంలో 2011లో స్థాపించబడిన మా శ్రద్ధ జూనియర్ కళాశాల ఉన్నతమైన విద్యా ప్రమాణాలతో ఇంజనీరింగ్, మెడికల్లో చక్కని ర్యాంకుల సాధనలో విజయం వైపుగా కృషి చేస్తోంది. ఇంజనీరింగ్ అయినా, మెడికల్ అయినా శ్రద్ధ జూనియర్ కళాశాల విద్యార్థులదే పై చేయి. ఇంటర్ తో పాటు ఐఐటి, నీట్, ఎంసెట్ నందు లాంగ్ టర్మ్ ప్రోగ్రామ్స్ ద్వారా కార్పొరేట్ కళాశాలలో 20 సంవత్సరాల అనుభవం కలిగిన అధ్యాపక బృందంచే ప్రత్యేక శిక్షణ తరగతులు నిర్వహిస్తూ డైలీ ప్రాక్టీస్ పేపర్స్, వీక్లీ టెస్ట్, కౌన్సిలింగ్ ద్వారా విద్యార్థుల నైపుణ్యం మెరుగుపరచడం మా ప్రత్యేకత. హ్యాండ్బాల్, ఫుట్బాల్, క్రికెట్ లో మా విద్యార్థులు జాతీయ క్రీడాకారులుగా గుర్తింపు పొందుతున్నారు. జిల్లా కేంద్రంలో సొంత భవనాలలో కళాశాలలు, విద్యార్థులకు ఉదయం సాయంత్రం వేళలో స్టడీ అవర్స్, ఐఐటి, నీట్ లో ప్రముఖుల నిపుణులచే విద్యా బోధన, బాలికల కోసం ప్రత్యేక క్యాంపస్, ఎంపీసీ, బైపీసీ గ్రూపులతో కో ఎడ్యుకేషన్, ఎంపీసీ, బైపీసీ, ఎంఈసీ, సిఈసీ గ్రూపులతో గర్ల్స్ క్యాంపస్, ఎంపీసీ, బైపీసీ గ్రూపులతో పాటు ఐఐటి, నీట్, ఎంసెట్లతో అకాడమీ.
I am Maryam Maqbool. I passed out from Shraddha Junior College in 2017 from BPC. Currently, I have passed out from Tata Institute of Social Sciences. I finished my bachelor's. So one thing which is very striking about this institute is the immense and genuine amount of effort that the team of faculty puts and takes up for the success of students and their prosperity. And another thing that is very remarkable about this place is they ignited in me the spirit of competitiveness, which is very necessary in this globally evolving market world. There was one Sanskrit slok which I learnt when I was very young. Udyame nahi siddhyanti karyani na manorataihi nahi suptasya simhasya pravishyanti mukhe mruga. This means you cannot just achieve anything just by thinking of it. You need to put in effort. That is what I have learnt from this institute. Like, even though lion is king of jungle, it has to hunt for its own prey, which is what I have learnt from Shraddha Junior College.
I am Uday Kiran. I have completed my intermediate in Shraddha Junior College in 2019 and I have joined Srinidhi Institute of Science and Technology and I scored my JEE Mains percentile as 98.19 and due to some other problems I didn't join NIT and I have scored my MCET rank as 4500 and here the lecturers take the special care with each and every student.
సీనియర్ మరియు జూనియర్ ఇంటర్ అడ్మిషన్ల కోసం సంప్రదించవలసిన మా చిరునామా శ్రద్ధ జూనియర్ కళాశాల, కో ఎడ్యుకేషన్ క్యాంపస్, మెట్టుగడ్డ. మీరు సంప్రదించవలసిన మా ఫోన్ నెంబర్ 9494430200. ప్రత్యేకమైన గర్ల్స్ క్యాంపస్ కోసం సంప్రదించవలసిన మా చిరునామా ఆపోజిట్ పంచవటి హోటల్, న్యూ టౌన్, మహబూబ్ నగర్. మా ఫోన్ నెంబర్ 7337294653. ఐఐటి, నీట్ అకాడమీ కోసం సంప్రదించవలసిన మా చిరునామా శ్రద్ధ జూనియర్ కళాశాల, మెట్టుగడ్డ. మా ఫోన్ నెంబర్ 9491629962.
Good morning. You're welcome to online class Botany, second year. So in last class we discussed about that the biological nitrogen metabolism. Fixation of nitrogen in the soil is a nitrogen fixation, conversion of the molecular nitrogen into nitrous oxides is a nitrogen fixation. The transfer of the nitrogen from soil to the plants, plants to the animals, and binding with the chemicals to form organic nitrogen compounds, that is a assimilation of nitrogen. The nitrogenous compounds which are converted into ammonia in the dead bodies of plants and animals is the ammonification. So the ammonia which is present in the soil is converted again by the microbes into nitrous oxides in two steps by nitrogen bacteria, Nitrobacter, Nitrosomonas, Nitrococcus. So these nitrogens are being utilized by the plants to synthesize the pigments, proteins, amino acids, etc. So some of the nitrogen which is converted into molecular nitrogen by the microbes, that is a denitrification. Denitrification by Thiobacillus denitrificans bacteria. So biological nitrogen fixation. Only microbes capable to fix the molecular nitrogen, utilize the molecular nitrogen. So because the microbes have the nitrogenous enzyme, nitrogenase enzyme, which is absent in the higher plants. So the molecular nitrogen, which is diatom, 2 atoms bind with the covalent band, break the nitrogenase enzyme. Because of that, it can fix by the molecule. So many examples are there. Free living and symbiotic and aerobic microbes which are fixing the nitrogen. So symbiotic methods are there. Rhizobium and legume plants associated the best example. So non-legume plants, Ulnus and Frankia fix the nitrogen. So during the nitrogen fixation, symbiotic method, the bacteria which infect the root hairs and make it curl and infection thread develop, and the infection thread carries the bacteria to the cortical cells. At the cortical cells, it stimulate and initiate the cells to divide and develop into nodules. The nodules which having the all required components, that is the nitrogenase enzyme and leg hemoglobin. Nitrogenase enzyme is sensitive to the oxygen, which can be protected by leg hemoglobin from oxygen. That is, the leg hemoglobin is the oxygen scavenger. Oxygen scavenger. So the conversion of the nitrogen, molecular nitrogen by ammonia is a high energy requiring process. So for each ammonia it requires 8 ATPs. 8 ATPs. Thus the nitrogen fixation. Now fate of ammonia. Fate of ammonia. At physiological pH, the plants are assimilate the nitrate and ammonia, which is ammonia which transform into ammonium, accumulate as ammonium. Accumulation of ammonium in the plant cell is a lethal or toxic to tissues. So thus the ammonia which is converted into amino acids, ammonia convert into amino acids to utilize the plant's ammonia. So which takes place in 2 steps. The conversion of the ammonium into amino acids, which takes place in 2 steps. The first step is reduction of ammonia. So here the alpha ketoglutaric acid which react with the ammonium in presence of NADPH. So alpha ketoglutamic acid plus ammonium plus NADPH2, which reduce the alpha ketoglutaric acid, that is alpha keto dehydrogenase of alpha keto dehydrogenase. In presence of enzyme alpha keto dehydrogenase, it forms into glutamate plus NADP plus H2O plus H2O. Thus, a glutamic acid, amino acid is formed. Amino acid. In the first step, reduction of amino, alpha ketoglutaric acid, which react with the ammonium in presence of NADPH2, which is reduced into glutamic acid by alpha ketoglutaric dehydrogenase enzyme. So that is. In second stage, transamination. Transfer of amino group from one amino acid to keto group of the keto acid to form another amino acid. So transamination, the R1 COOH NH3, it is a amino acid, which is the amino group is transfer, the transfer of the amino group from one amino acid to the keto group of keto acid, keto transaminase enzyme, in presence of transaminase enzyme, the amino group is transferred to the keto group of the keto acid to form another amino acid. Then R2C NH3 COO plus R1 C double bond O plus COO. Thus, between the two acids, the amino group is changed to form another amino. That is the transamination process. By transamination process, the amino group is transferred the amino acid transferred the amino group to keto group of the keto acid to form another. So in plants, the important amides are So in plants, the important amides are aspartame and glutamine. Aspartinase and glutamine. These are the two important amides. So which are transformed into two amino acids, aspartinase or aspartame, which is from aspartic acid, which is from aspartic acid, glutamine with glutamic acid, aspartic acid and glutamic acid. Glutamic acid transform into glutamine, amide, and aspartic acid, which is transformed into conversion into aspartame. These are the two important amides. So, in plants, the amides are translocate. Through the xylem sap by aiding with the transpiration pull. So the amides having the more nitrogen than amino acids. Thus, the more nitrogen is translocate through the amides in the plants. Thus, the ammonia which convert into aminic acid, the amino acid which convert into amides are rich with the nitrogen. Thus, the high nitrogen is translocate through the xylem sap by aiding with transpiration pull, the amides are translocate with high nitrogen. Thus, in nodular formation plants, the nitrogen is translocated in the form of urides. Example, soybean. Thus, the fate of ammonia, which at physiological pH, the more nitrate ammonia is accumulated in the cells, the accumulation of ammonium is a toxic effect to the tissues. Thus, to reduce the toxic effect, the ammonia which convert into amino acids in two steps. The first step is reduction of ammonium, that alpha ketoglutaric acid react with the ammonium in presence of NADPH2 and enzyme catalyze that alpha ketoglutaric dehydrogenase gives rise to glutamic acid, amino acid, NADP and H2O. The second step, transamination, transfer of the amino group from one amino acid to the keto group of the keto acid. Thus, another amino acid is formed. So, it is catalyzed by transaminase enzyme. In plants, the most important amides are aspartame and glutamine, which are converted from aspartic acid and glutamic acid. So, thus the high nitrogen amides are translocate. Thus, the more nitrogen is translocate in the form of amides through the xylem sap, aided with the transpiration pull. In nodular forming plants, in some nodule forming plants, example soybean, the nitrogens are translocated in the form of urides. Thus, high nitrogens are translocated through the xylem sap in the form of amides and urides. So, with this, the second chapter is over. In this second chapter, what are the some of important 2 more questions are there. So many which was repeated so many times in previous papers. Just I will reveal that questions. So first 2 more question is define hydroponics. So it is important question. 2 more question in this chapter. Second one is which is the 17th essential element? Which is the 17th essential element? Name the element causes mouse ear disease and name the plant. Then which amino acids have sulfur, or name the 2 amino acids which having the name the 2 amino acids which having the sulfur element. Then so what is how do you say mineral element is deficient? A minerals element can be said to be deficient when its critical concentration is below. That is it. These are some of 2 more questions. 4 more question. Most important question is formation of nodules. Nodule formation procedure. How the ammonia absorbed in the plants. That is second 4 mark question. So these two are 4 mark questions. Today we are going to start the third chapter, enzymes. This is the third chapter in second year. What is enzyme? All enzymes are proteins. Now we are going to discuss the enzymes. That is the third chapter, included in our syllabi. So till now we completed 2 chapters, that is the transport in plants and mineral nutrition, the second chapter. Mineral nutrition, the second chapter. So the third chapter is enzymes. Let me know what is enzymes. What is enzyme? All enzymes are proteins. Enzymes are nothing but proteins. All enzymes are proteins. All enzymes are made up with the proteins. But all proteins are not enzymes. But all proteins are not enzymes. But all enzymes are proteins. All enzymes are proteins. So some of the nucleic acids behave as enzymes. Some of the nucleic acids behave as enzymes, which are known as ribozymes. So the nucleic acids which behave as enzymes, then it is called ribozymes. So one can depict the enzyme structure. One can describe the enzyme structure. An enzyme like protein, an enzyme like primary protein is nothing but an enzyme like primary protein is nothing but sequence of amino acids. This is the primary protein, which is nothing but sequence of amino. A primary protein is nothing but, an enzyme like primary protein is nothing but sequence of amino acids. The amino acids which are bind with one another to form a linear sequence. That is the primary protein or primary protein. So similarly, an enzyme like secondary, tertiary proteins too. So an enzyme like secondary and tertiary proteins also present. Secondary and tertiary proteins too, and enzymes. A tertiary protein which fold on its backbone, a tertiary protein which fold on its backbone itself to form a number of crisscross. Many times a crisscross. A tertiary protein which fold on its back as crisscross itself to form a number of pockets or crevices. This is the pocket or crevices, to form a number of pockets. So the crevices or pocket of tertiary protein, the pocket of protein is a active site. This is the active site. A pocket of protein, tertiary protein. The tertiary protein which fold on its back like crisscross to form number of crevices or that pocket is nothing but active site. The substrate which is diffuse, which is bound at the active site, the substrate, this is the substrate, a substance which is transformed into product, a chemical substance which is readily to transform into product, that is a substrate. The substrate which is bind at the active site and transform into actively catalyze into product. Thus the enzymes are catalyze the substrate into product. So we are discussing about the enzymes. What is enzyme? Enzymes are nothing but proteins. Enzymes are the chemical nature of the enzyme, nothing but proteins. All enzymes are proteins. Say ribozymes. Some of the nucleic acids which behave like enzymes, they are called ribozymes. So an enzyme can be explained with simply an enzyme like protein. Primary protein is nothing but sequence of amino acids. So thus the secondary and tertiary proteins too. An enzyme like secondary, tertiary proteins also sequence of amino acids. So a tertiary protein which is fold on its backbone to form a crisscross, a crevices or pockets itself. So while it is fold itself on its back and to form a pockets, each pocket is nothing but active site. This is the active site. Thus the substrates are bind at the active site and actively catalyze into product. The substrates are bind at the active sites. This is the enzyme molecule. The substrates which bind at the active site, and it is actively catalyzed into substrate change into product. The increase is 10 million times. So that is the requirement of enzyme. In presence of enzyme, the reaction takes place very fast than in absence of the enzyme. So the enzymes are catalyze the multi-step reactions. Multi-steps. So catalysis of the reaction, multi-step of reaction is called metabolic pathway. The enzymes are catalyze the multi-step of reactions. A same enzyme can catalyze the many steps, or each step can be catalyzed by various different enzymes. The phenomenon is called metabolic pathway. So the enzymes are catalyze the multi-step of reactions. Each step can be catalyzed by the same enzyme or various enzymes. The catalysis of the pathway by metabolic pathway by multi-step of enzymes, that is called metabolic pathway. The best example is glycolysis. The process of the glycolysis, conversion of glucose into 2 pyruvic acids. The conversion of the glucose into 2 pyruvic acid, which is a multi-step reactions. The 10 steps are involved in this reaction. Each step is catalyzed by various enzymes. So you will learn this chapter, this process in respiration, fifth chapter. In respiration, fifth chapter. So the same product, the same reaction with the one or two additional reactions gives rise to different products. The same process with one or two additional reactions, it gives the different products. So in human being, muscles, in anaerobic condition, it gives the lactic acid. Gives the lactic acid. In aerobic condition, the glucose which convert into pyruvic acid. The same time, in anaerobic condition, yeast which convert the glucose into alcohol. Thus, the same physiological process with one or two additional changes, it gives the different products. So in anaerobic condition, in muscles, it produce the lactic acid. The glycolysis process produce the lactic acid, whereas in aerobic condition, pyruvic acid. In fermentation process, alcohol is produced. This is the chemical reaction and requirement of enzymes, essentiality of the enzymes for chemical reactions. So chemical reaction, let me first understand how do we understand the action of the enzymes. Let me first understand the chemical process. The chemical reaction is of two types: physical process, chemical process. In physical process, just without breaking the bonds, the change of this shape, that is one of the physical process. So the change of the state, that is another physical process. Ice which is melt into water vapor which is evaporate, that is the physical process. Then the chemical process, breaking up the bonds and making the new bonds, is a chemical process. One of the best example, barium hydroxide, which is react with the sulfuric acid to form a barium sulfate and H2O. That is the chemical process. The remaining topic we shall continue day after tomorrow. Now here I am concluding the topic. Thank you.
మీ స్కూల్స్ మరియు కాలేజ్ విద్యార్థుల కోసం ఆన్లైన్ డిజిటల్ క్లాसेस ద్వారా బోధించాలనుకుంటున్నారా?
क्या आप आपके कॉलेजेस, स्कूल्स और ट्यूशंस को डिजिटलाइज करना चाह रहे हैं?
మీ విద్యార్థుల కోసం సరైన ప్లాట్‌ఫామ్ వెతుకుతున్నారా?
क्या आप ऑनलाइन क्लासेस के लिए किसी बेहतर प्लेटफॉर्म की तलाश में हैं?
అయితే మా ఏఎన్ ఛానల్ ద్వారా ఉమ్మడి మహబూబ్నగర్ జిల్లానే కాకుండా గద్వాల, వనపర్తి, నాగర్ కర్నూల్, నానపేట్, నాగర్ కర్నూలే కాకుండా నిజామాబాద్ జిల్లాలో మా ఏఎన్ న్యూస్ ఛానల్ తరపున మీ డిజిటల్ ఆన్లైన్ క్లాसेस ద్వారా మీ విద్యార్థులకు బోధించవచ్చు.
हम आपके शहर निजामाबाद, महबूबनगर, गद्वाल, नारायणपेट, वनपर्ती और नागर कर्नूल में भी दस्तयाब हैं.
आप जानते हैं कि देश में कोविड-19 कहां से आया? आप ये भी जानते हैं हमारे देश में सैनिकों को किसने मारा? यकीनन उस देश को, इस देश से उनके हर वो चीज को और वो ऐप को इस देश से उखाड़ कर फेंकना है. आप और हम मिलकर कदम उठाएंगे.
అయితే ఇంకెందుకు ఆలస్యం? మీ ఆన్లైన్ డిజిటల్ క్లాసెస్ కోసం సంప్రదించవలసిన మా చిరునామా ఏఎన్ఏ న్యూస్ ఛానల్, ఓల్డ్ ఆర్టీఓ ఆఫీస్, మహబూబ్నగర్ జిల్లా. మీరు సంప్రదించవలసిన మా ఫోన్ నెంబర్లు 9502612340.
ऑनलाइन क्लासेस इज जस्ट अ कॉल अवे.
విద్యార్థుల భవిష్యత్తుకు బాటలు వేస్తూ మునుపెన్నడూ ఎరుగని అత్యుత్తమమైన ఫలితాలతో అద్భుతమైన విద్యా ప్రమాణాలతో ముందుకు దూసుకుపోతోంది శ్రద్ధ జూనియర్ కళాశాల. మహబూబ్నగర్ జిల్లా కేంద్రంలో ప్రముఖులు, అనుభవజ్ఞులైన చైర్మన్ జగపతిరావు ఆధ్వర్యంలో